Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Vantha Borey English Podcast. I'm Vantha, and as always, I'm so happy to have you here today. If you're new to the show, this is your space to relax, listen, and learn English in a natural way.
And I'm Borey. Hello, everyone. It's really great to see how many of you keep coming back every week to practice English with us. We're so thankful for every listener who's learning, growing, and speaking with more confidence.
Absolutely. You're part of our podcast family now. And in this episode, we're going to talk about something that every learner faces, common English mistakes.
Oh, yes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a language, even native speakers. So don't feel bad if you make some. Today, we'll talk about the most common mistakes beginners make and how to fix them, naturally and confidently.
Exactly. And remember, the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to communicate clearly. We'll share real examples, stories, and tips so you can understand these mistakes and avoid them when you speak.
So make yourself comfortable, maybe grab a drink, and let's dive into it.
All right, Borey, let's start with a big question. Why do people make so many mistakes when learning English?
That's a great question. I think the biggest reason is fear. Fear of being wrong. Many learners try to translate directly from their own language, and that causes small grammar or word mistakes.
Yes, I see that all the time. When we speak English, it's not just about words. It's about rhythm, tone, and how we connect ideas. If you think in your own language first, you'll sound less natural.
Right. For example, many learners say things like, I very like it, or she can to dance. It sounds almost right, but not quite. It's just that English has a different word order and structure.
That's a really good point. Sometimes even a small mistake can make a big difference. But we're not here to judge, we're here to help. So let's talk through some examples and explain them in a friendly, simple way.
Perfect. So one mistake I often hear is when learners forget to use the S with third-person verbs. Like instead of saying he likes apples, they say he like apples.
Oh yes, that's so common. It's such a small sound, just one S, but it changes the whole sentence. I think many learners forget it because they're focused on meaning, not form.
Exactly, and that's okay. When you speak naturally, sometimes your brain focuses more on what you want to say. But the more you repeat the correct form, the easier it becomes to say he likes, she eats, it rains.
Yes, it's all about habits. You train your brain and your mouth together. It's like muscle memory. If you say it correctly often enough, it becomes automatic.
That's true for pronunciation too. Another common mistake is mixing up the TH sounds, like in think or this. A lot of people say tank or this instead.
Oh, I remember when I was learning English, that sound was so hard. You have to put your tongue between your teeth, not behind them. It feels strange at first.
Yes, exactly. It's not a natural sound in many languages, so it takes time. But once you practice slowly, like thank you, this, that, it starts to feel normal.
You know what helps? Practice in front of a mirror. Just watch your mouth move and smile a little. When you see your tongue placement, you'll get better faster.
That's such a good tip, Vantha. And speaking of pronunciation, another mistake is with V and W. Some learners say beery instead of very, or win instead of vin. It's a small difference, but it changes the sound completely.
Yes, that's why listening carefully and shadowing helps so much. You can repeat after native speakers, or even our podcast, and imitate the rhythm. Don't just copy the word, copy the feeling of how it's said.
I love that. Copy the feeling, not only the sound. Because English isn't just a system of words, it's a music. Every sentence has a melody.
That's so true. And when learners only focus on grammar, they lose that music. It's like playing piano keys one by one instead of playing a song.
Beautifully said. Okay, let's move to another type of mistake, word choice. Many beginners confuse similar words like fun and funny. They sound close, but they mean different things.
Right. Fun means something is enjoyable, like the party was fun. But funny means something makes you laugh, like the movie was funny. It's a small difference, but important.
Yes, and context helps. You can ask yourself, did I laugh or did I enjoy it? That will tell you which word to use.
Exactly. And there are also mistakes with prepositions like in, on, or at. I know many students say, I'm good in English, but it should be, I'm good at English.
Oh, yes, that's one of the most common. And also time prepositions. In the morning, on Friday, at night. Those are tricky because in other languages, the rules are totally different.
But that's okay. The best way to remember them is through examples, not rules. Listen and repeat real sentences until they sound natural.
Another funny one I hear a lot is, I'm boring, instead of, I'm bored. That changes everything. If you say, I'm boring, you mean you make other people bored.
Oh, yes. Poor students, they just want to say, I feel bored, but instead they tell everyone, I'm boring. It's okay, though. We've all done it.
The key is to remember that ing describes the thing and ed describes how you feel. So the movie is boring, but I'm bored.
Exactly. And once you notice that pattern, you'll see it everywhere. It's not about memorizing. It's about feeling how English works.
Speaking of feeling, some learners also sound too flat when speaking English. They forget to use intonation. English is like a wave. Your voice goes up and down.
Right. If you say everything in one tone, people might think you're not interested or that you don't understand. Intonation adds emotion and meaning.
I love that. And another mistake I often hear is with plurals. Many learners forget to add s or es. They say, I have two dogs instead of two dogs.
Yes, or they overuse it, like peoples or furnitures. English is funny that way. Some words don't take S, so it's just people, not peoples.
Exactly. So my advice is simple. Listen more. Listening helps you notice patterns without memorizing rules. When your ear gets used to it, your mouth will follow naturally.
That's so true. And you know what's even more important? Being patient with yourself. Every mistake is a step forward, not backward.
Absolutely. If you never make mistakes, you're not learning. The secret is to make them, notice them, and keep going.
Yes. And sometimes those mistakes even become funny stories later. Remember when I used to say, I am exciting instead of I'm excited? My teacher laughed so much.
Oh, that's adorable. I did something similar once. I said, I'm married with my job, when I meant I'm married to my job. It made everyone smile.
That's what I love about learning languages. You laugh, you grow, and you never stop improving. Mistakes are part of your story.
And that's what makes your English unique. Every mistake you fix becomes confidence. Every correction builds your voice.
Exactly. So if you're listening right now and thinking, I make so many mistakes, please don't worry. We all started there.
Right. The key is progress, not perfection. Speak more, listen more, and little by little, your English will feel smoother, clearer, and more natural. You know, Vantha, maybe this is a good time to remind our listeners, speaking English isn't about memorizing. It's about using it. Talk to yourself, talk to friends, or even talk to your pets in English.
Yes, practice in real life. Describe your day, your feelings, your weekend plans, anything. Just keep your mouth moving. Your brain learns through sound and repetition.
That's how you train your brain and your mouth to work together. It's like music practice, slow, steady, and full of rhythm.
So let's quickly review what we talked about today. We discussed small but common mistakes, grammar like missing an S, pronunciation like TH or V, word choices like fun and funny, and also small habits like intonation.
And we learned that mistakes are not bad. They're part of your learning story. The more you notice and correct them, the more natural your English becomes.
Exactly. The most important thing is to keep going. Be proud of yourself. You're improving every single day, even when it doesn't feel like it.
You know, Vantha, I think one of the best things about language learning is that it teaches patience. You can't rush it. You grow step by step like a plant.
That's beautiful, Bori. Yes, it's like watering your English garden. You might not see results every day, but one morning you realize it's blooming.
And it all starts with accepting mistakes as part of the journey. So, to our listeners, don't hide from your mistakes. Smile at them, learn from them, and move forward.
Exactly. You're not a bad speaker if you make mistakes. You're a brave speaker because every time you speak, even imperfectly, you're practicing courage.
Well said. So, take this week to notice one or two small mistakes you often make and try to fix them gently, not with pressure, but with curiosity.
That's your little challenge for today. Be aware of your speech, but don't judge yourself. English is your friend, not your enemy.
And remember, we're here every week to guide you, to cheer you on, and to remind you that your voice matters.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We hope today's episode helped you feel more confident about your learning path.
And if you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who's also learning English.
Practice together, laugh together, and grow together.
Yes, learning is easier when you're not alone. We're always here with you, one conversation at a time.
Until next time, keep speaking, keep smiling, and keep learning.
See you in the next episode.